It has been the hottest story on campus. A racially insensitive Snapchat surfaced Monday. A few social media posts later, and it went viral. Hello everyone, and welcome to this Q30 exclusive report. I'm Andrew Badillo.
And I'm Maury Hirsch-Gordon. Quinnipiac University student uploaded a racially insensitive Snapchat of her roommate, who had charcoal exfoliating cream on her face at the time, and captioned that picture, "Black Lives Matter." As of Wednesday, September 21st, the girl that took that photo was no longer a member of the Quinnipiac University community. As for the girl in the picture, her name is Sarah Goodrich, and she has come to share her story with us. Our very own Sierra Goodwill sat down with Sarah, the girl behind the mask.
Thanks, guys. So, Sarah, thanks so much for sitting down with me today.
Sure.
So, you're a freshman, only been on this campus for 3 weeks. What's it been like so far with your new roommates, making new friends? The whole process can be a little intimidating.
It's definitely been an adjustment, but very exciting. I knew some people coming in here, which made it a lot easier. Definitely a little homesick, especially I miss my dog, definitely the most. But other than that, I love my roommate, so that's helped a lot. But yeah, it's fun, it's exciting, there's so much here.
So what have you done to get involved in your first 3 weeks? I know it's early and all the opportunities can be a lot, but what have you done so far?
I signed up for a dance group, and it hasn't started yet, but I'm excited. I used to do dance, so to be able to do that would be really fun.
Nice. How long have you done dance for?
I did gymnastics for like my whole life, but I had to stop, and I was hoping to, sorry, I have a cough, I'm a little sick, but I've been hoping to do the acro and tumbling team here, but I didn't get cleared by my doctor. I had some back problems to be able to do that. But dance has always been like my go-to after that. So I'm so excited to be able to do that here too.
Awesome, and the balance of college work now, it's a little different than high school. What's your major?
I'm undecided science.
Nice. What made you choose sciences?
I've always liked sciences. I like math and science more than other subjects. I've always wanted to be a pediatrician, and so that's definitely sciences, so that's where I wanted to start to make sure that that's the path I want to go on.
So your social life is becoming in full swing. If you could go through a typical weekend so far at Quinnipiac, what have you usually been up to?
Luckily I know some friends who are in one of the air-conditioned parts of the thing, so it's nice when we just go and hang out there, and a lot of music and dancing and going out to eat and explore. This is a totally new area. So exploring like restaurants around here and everything. So that's pretty much just hanging out a lot. There's an ice cream nights, just the typical what I would do at home pretty much on the weekend.
Okay, so you talked about your typical weekend at Quinnipiac, but I can imagine this past weekend has been anything but typical for you. Talk about on Sunday morning, you woke up, it was a regular Sunday morning. What were your activities of the day?
I do weekly facials. My mom is an esthetician, and so I'm kind of strict about my skin routine. I got that from her. And so I've just kind of been hanging out with my roommates in my room, and I came in, we were just playing music, and then I usually use like a charcoal face mask. Charcoal is really good for my skin, so I chose that. So I just like came in, and then so all my friends kind of make fun of me for my skin routine is like very, like I do it every week. And so I always come in and they're all dancing around and just having fun, and my roommates are taking pictures of me, and I don't really care because I always just do my thing kind of. And then, all of a sudden, one of my roommates, she said, "Oh, that's so strange that someone screenshotted my story of you in a mask." At first I was like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing, like it's me in like a facial, like not flattering. And then she showed me it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like how long has that been like up? Like I was just so I knew right then. I was like, I said to the student, I said, this is like, do you know what that means? Like, I was so just upset by it, obviously, because And then so I went to public services, and like already then it was out of my hands because it was posted already, and it was just, I went and I was like, and they interviewed and everything, and they knew that I didn't know that it was up, and that it was just so crazy, so fast.
So you didn't know that the photo was posted with the caption it had until someone had already screenshotted it and you had saw it on the student's phone?
Yeah, that's when my phone's actually broken. The touchscreen doesn't work, so I didn't even see it when she showed me, when she noticed the screenshot, and that's when I saw it. And then my friends were sending me pictures of it up, and then there's no way I couldn't see it.
So you said right after you went to public safety or public services, what was that interaction like? What did you say to them? What was their response immediately to you?
Oh, I was just, I didn't know what to do, because I was like, this, I don't know how, like, this photo is going everywhere. Like I was like, please make it like it's not what it wasn't what it looked like. And I knew that, and of course they, like, once they like learned what happened, because from first what they, like, their initial thought is that they've been hearing very upsetting, like obviously upsetting from students who saw it before I did, and they're upset and concerned. And so when he showed me it, and then I was like, yes, like that's the photo of me in my face mask, and I was like, I did not know that the caption was on it, and that it was like posted like that. And so it was just, so they understood then that it was much more complicated than they had thought too.
So what was the next step that night? Like, what were your actions that night, like all leading up until you got to bed?
Leading up until I got to bed, it was a lot of me trying to just get out, like what I was, like, I was just so overwhelmed, and it was just insane that, so it was pretty much me just trying to get across that that's not, I was, because once it was up, there I am, like, scrolling through this post, like, unable to do anything about it, looking at all of these comments, and so angry, and rightfully so, but that I had nothing to do with it. And so I'm just kind of sitting back, and public safety, and they're being extremely helpful about it. So I kind of had to wait for them to do their job about it and make sure that they can do whatever they could to prevent from further.
So when your family and friends back home got wind of it, what was their immediate reactions?
Oh, there was no doubt. When they first saw it, so many people were reaching out, from especially my close family and friends. They were absolutely devastated by it. They knew that I would just never condone the message that picture sent. My mom and dad were just absolutely heartbroken by it, because they knew how upset I was by it. And so my other family and friends, they were all contacting me saying that they knew that I would never post that, and they support me, and that if I ever need anything. And so I just got so much support, and a lot of my friends from my high school, especially some of my African American friends who I was really close with, they were contacting me, obviously upset when they saw the post, and they came to me, and they were like, Sarah, what is this? Like, I know that you wouldn't do something like this, but of course they couldn't help but see what it looks like. And after talking to them and telling them what happened, they were like, Sarah, you need to tell people that, because if they don't know that, you know exactly what it looks like. And they're like, and that's not, like, I know you would not do that, but you need to speak up, because that's not what people see.
And obviously mom and dad just sent their their girl off to college just 3 weeks ago when this happens. Obviously, I'm sure they had a big reaction. How have they reacted to this, and what have those talks between you and them been like?
They've also been like so supportive. I know my dad and I are really, really close, and he's been doing everything I know he wanted me to come home right away just because he wanted me safe, but I said, Dad, I didn't do anything wrong. And so I said, I need to stay here so that I can make sure that this is all worked out. And so it's definitely hard on them because they're worried constantly. My mom is worried because people do like get upset by it, and if they do see me and recognize me, that can be a scary thing when they don't know what really happened.
Obviously, this process has been ongoing. There's been discussions and meetings. How involved have you been in those meetings and the outcome of the whole situation?
I've been speaking with Sean a lot, who is the dean of, I think, of students, and he has been constantly updating me and telling me what's going on and asking what he can do for me, because he knows the position I'm in. It's extremely unfortunate, and he and everyone else feels really terrible. And so he's been like updating me, and I've been talking with him a lot and just trying to say and do whatever I can to help clear this up.
So this has obviously been so much for any student, but especially you just getting acclimated to college life. Have you reached a breaking point in all of this?
It's really surreal. I've just been trying to just learn from it, and that's what my parents have told me. They said that you're gonna be in positions that you didn't that they're not, it's not gonna be what it looks like, and but they said, you know who you are, and you know what happened, and that you have a pure heart, and they know that, and they said, so all you can do is just build from it, and people will eventually see the truth, and that's all that you can do is just be strong and just keep your chin up.
Obviously, it's been kind of the talk of campus, good and bad. People have all the kind of opinions in the world, but you hear these people talking about it, not knowing that it's you. Have you ever wanted to like stand up and be like, hey, like that was me, like this is the real story?
Yeah, actually, in one of my classes, I was FYS, it's a freshman class, and the last 5 minutes is the teacher actually spoke. She said, I wanted to take this time I know you've probably heard about recent events that have been going on, and I want to give you this time to talk about it. And my heart was like almost beating out of my chest. And then the room was like silent. And then people started to talk about it, and the teacher had no idea, or none of them did, but it was me. And then some kids were like, oh my gosh, like I feel really bad for her, like the girl in the photo. They were saying, I don't really know what happened, and a lot of stuff was being thrown in the air. And so eventually I just stood up, and I was like, and I just told them, like, that is me in the photo, and I'm telling you that she didn't know that the photo, like me, I didn't know that the photo was being taken. And once I told them all the truth, and then a group of, I think, 6 or 7 girls like stayed after class, and they were like, I'm so sorry. Like they really felt very empathetic towards it. And I think once they realized that the student was just like in their classroom around them, and they didn't even know, and I think hearing it from me is what really made them see the truth, and that I had nothing to do with that.
And I think there's been a lot of people in your situation, worldwide, nationwide, who have been misunderstood, who have been shed in a negative light, who didn't necessarily deserve to be there. So what is your message to all those people?
My message would be that you cannot believe everything that you see on the media, and that things are not always going to look like you want them to, and people are always going to have different perspectives on things, and you're not going to get everyone on your side. But as long as you know who you are and you know what the story is and what really happened, then you have nothing to hide, and that's all you have to stand by is what you really know in your heart and the truth.
And obviously that picture has been made national news, New York Times, Barstool Sports, and all these people have formed opinions of you, but all they can see is like the girl behind the mask. But who is Sarah Goodrich behind the mask?
I am not what that caption portrays in any. I do not condone what that entire image says. I am Sarah Goodrich is the girl who does weekly facials, and that's it. So it is just crazy that some of the things that have been twisted on that, but I think the people who know me, and that's not me.
Thanks, Sierra. We're now joined by Hannah Cotter, one of the lead investigative reporters who spoke with Sarah, learned more about her experience. Hannah, I know that you spoke with Sarah a little bit before and after her interview with Sierra. What was that process like, establishing that initial contact?
It was a really intricate process because at first we had no clue who this girl was. It was the buzz of the school. No one knew who the girl in the photograph was. So eventually we found her name, and I reached out to her, and she immediately welcomed Sierra and I to go up to her room to talk to her a little bit, and she really opened up to us about the whole process and what happened to her and how she felt about it and everything, and she was really welcoming to coming down and doing an interview, which was great.
Hannah, now that you know this part of the story, personally for you, how have your thoughts, reactions, feelings have changed towards the students, professionals? How have they handled it on campus, in your opinion?
I mean, there's been a lot of negativity around the campus because of the whole incident, and just hearing things walking around, it kind of makes you see what side of the story should I really be on? Who do I believe? What do I believe? Do I believe what I see? And I think after talking to Sarah, it really opened my eyes about how a lot of things that we've been hearing are really one-sided, so it was nice to hear her side of the story.
And, you know, all the posts that we've been seeing on social media, a lot of the posts that we've been seeing on social media regarding this incident are focused more on Sarah, the person in the picture, rather than the person behind the camera. But from your interaction with Sarah, I know you had a very lengthy conversation with her about a multitude of things, but what was your sort of rate on her character?
I think her compassion really struck out to me. She was really passionate about letting everyone know that she wasn't the girl that was depicted in the picture. She wasn't how people portrayed her to be. She really is a really sweet girl, and she's a kind girl, and she really cares about this whole issue that's going on. You know what I mean? And I think that was really important, that she cared so much. She wasn't just after her own image, but she was trying to depict that she was really for this movement, and she wasn't trying to neglect it in any way.
Like Andrew pointed to just a couple minutes ago, that girl behind the photo, the one that took that picture, she'll be overlooked in a matter of time. But we have some new information about that girl, and that she's no longer here at Quinnipiac. So what can you provide with us at this time?
According to her roommates, the girl decided to leave the university on her own terms, but also according to the roommates, she's not allowed back in her room. All of her belongings are still in there. Her bed was unkempt as if she just left it. So I don't really know what's going to happen there, but as of right now, she's not allowed back.
So again, that is new information provided by Q30 right there. The information that we received early on yesterday from Executive Vice President and Provost Mark Thompson was that the student who took the picture is no longer a member of the Quinnipiac community. That is up for interpretation, whatever that may mean, but we have been provided with that information. Hannah, you spoke more with Sarah about her involvement outside of Quinnipiac. What can you share with us on that front?
So we're actually from the same area in Massachusetts, it turns out, and she was telling me that for the past 2 years she's been a member of this nonprofit organization right in the city of Boston that helps families live with their children going through cancer treatment. So they kind of have this home where they can go and they have these family fun nights, and she participates in that, and she said that that really opens her eyes. And one thing that really struck out to me, she said that seeing them smile, the children smile through what they're going through, makes this seem like it's nothing to her. So that really struck a chord, I think.
Hannah, you've done a tremendous job. I think we can really attribute a lot of the success to Hannah and her work. But before we let you go, do you have anything else you want to add?
She did leave me with a closing statement that I think would be appropriate to say. She said, I am not racist at all. I never would like to make fun of such a serious movement, and I feel the most heartbreak for African Americans and my friends who are African American because it affects so many people, and I support this movement.
Very well said. I really do think me and Maury sat in on the interview. I really do think that the account that she gave was very genuine, was very emotional. From when you and Sierra sat down with her, you can attest to how genuine she was and how very, very distraught she was when all of this occurred earlier in the week.
Yeah, I mean, she seriously was distraught. She was a mess, but I'm glad that she got her side of the story out.
Hannah, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Hannah. For more exclusive coverage about this developing story, as well as any Quinnipiac-related story, stay with us, Q30 Television, for all of the latest news. We advise you to head on over and check out our website, www.q30television.com.
And don't forget to check us out on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat, whatever it may be that you use. Follow us at Q30 Television. And don't forget to visit our YouTube page. Just search Q30 TV and click to subscribe. For the entire investigative team, Sierra Goodwill and Hannah Cotter, alongside my co-host Andrew Badillo, I'm Maury Hirsch-Gordon. We'll see you next time.